What up, my freaks? Insight here with another Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 Skalgrim Mod ship spotlight. The cruiser rework series continues, and we are once again looking at the Adeptus Mechanicus, the third cruiser that's been reworked, this time the Gothic. Now, of all of the cruisers, this is probably the simplest one to consider that we have here, as it is the Lance powerhouse, the answer to the Chaos's Acheron cruiser. The Gothic is just bristling with nothing but various types of lance weapons. 4 lance battery weapon broadsides, a pair of advanced lance turrets in addition to that, and a heavy lance artillery. Now, this is not vastly different from the original Gothic cruiser as it was prior to the rework, just that the heavy lance artillery has now replaced the Nova Cannon. This does allow you to bring a lot of these with a considerable amount of firepower for a fairly cheap amount, as the Nova Cannon would obviously massively increase the cost of this cruiser. Is it worth having a heavy lance artillery and I think an additional turret over a Nova Cannon? Hard to say, but I feel like you'd still probably want to bring the relatively few number of lunars to get those Nova Cannons going, and then just go all in on the lances, and this does allow you to go all in on the lances, which the other cruisers obviously do not. You can't once again have all ships be jacks of all trades, because that would be boring. I like the idea of the Admech being really specialized, like their ships, or maybe like the Tech Priest or the Magos or whoever is in charge of an Adeptus Mechanicus ship is sort of dictates that this particular ship be in a particular sort of doctrine with a very deep specialization, or at least that's the way I have it in my head canon. Anyway, let's take a brief look at it, but otherwise it is already a ship that we should be reasonably familiar with. So this is the Gothic, and you have the lance artillery down here. Normally you'd have the Nova Cannon up top now. But once again, like before, this is a very similar ship to the other cruisers, as they all share the same hull, so we are once again familiar with it. I wouldn't be able to pick a one of these ships that I would think looks better than all the others, because they all look very similar. And actually, Gothic does look pretty good, though. Now that I think about it, I like the underside lance artillery, and I like the big old lance turrets up top, the advanced lance turrets, which actually do add a lot to this thing. It does have a lot of lance firepower because of that the turrets can fire forward as well as the lance artillery, and then it can shift to the side and the turrets can keep firing, and then these lances will be firing as well. I do, however, want to point out that both the lances and the lance artillery are the lower class, i.e. the 13,500 unit lance artillery, and that's because of the size of the ship and the class of the weapons. There are bigger versions of heavy lance artillery that hit much harder and much further as well. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the fact that the lance artillery doesn't fire. Its range is no further than the regular lance battery weapons, as essentially you're probably better off setting this thing up to fire its lance battery weapons, and thus use the heavy lance artillery as a sort of supporting weapon when you're if you're able to micro enough to jig back and forth, or when you're moving somewhere and you want to identify the enemy. Plus, I suppose if the enemy is sort of at a right angle where you have ships here and then ships in front as well, then you can fire in both ways. But otherwise, this isn't a ship that you want to ideally have firing forward. Like if the heavy lance artillery was at a range of 20,000 as opposed to the 13,500 of the lance battery turrets, then it would have something that could fire forward while the enemy got into range. But that's not the case. But I think that the ship might actually be too powerful for its cost if that was the case as well. I'm not entirely sure. Hard to say. And in fact, in order to say, let us test it out. So back to Fleet Builder should be probably one of the simplest looks at this particular or one of the simplest spotlights, rather, as I've said, and I think there's nothing really else to discuss. It shares all of its stats once again with all the other cruisers except for the Tyrant. It once again has that massive amount of shielding with 1,000, which is a really, really good amount of shielding for a long-range cruiser in particular, as you do want to maintain that range, and thereby you get a lot more value out of your high-level shields, as it takes them longer to go down, and thus you get a lot more effective HP out of them. Plus, you want to get that upgrade on these that gives them an extra 25 armor. So yeah, other than that, nothing really. The front armor is 83, but generally you want to have these positioned in a broadside manner where the front armor isn't going to benefit you too much unless you're moving forward, although I'm not entirely sure what reason you would have to move these ships into close combat, because the Alliances obviously wouldn't perform well in close combat as compared to macros that would. Anyway, let's save this and let's get to trying you guys out. Launch against another Adeptus Mechanicus fleet. Sure, we've tested all of the Adeptus Mechanicus cruisers at least once against an Adeptus Mechanicus fleet, and I like that idea. So let's do it once again, and then we'll pick another enemy to fight afterwards. Now, once again, we have to keep in mind that we will be in a position where we have no support ships. This is a showcase that is focusing on specifically these ships, and thus we can't have any defensive fighters. So we will need to make use of gas clouds, at least at the very start, to keep away from enemy fighters. And okay, maybe not gas clouds, but asteroids, since we already have them nearby. And then we can move out after the enemy fighters are not as much of a concern anymore. Yeah, we will take damage because of this. The other option is, of course, to move in here, but it might get a little bit too close to the enemy. Then again, we do have a decent amount of escorts. Maybe that'll be okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's set you guys up in 2 battle lines, I think, instead of a really wide battle line, a little bit more concentrated, like so. Make you guys group 1. Make you guys group 2. Once again, I'm always wishing that there was an easier way to group everybody up. And then make all of you guys group minus you, group 3. There we are. Alright, easy enough. And all of you are going to run silent, and all of you guys are going to go into lock-on. Hopefully we can quickly move to the gas clouds and prevent any carriers from hurting us too bad. Alright, go, go, go. And what do we have in terms of enemy carriers? Okay, I see 2 fighters. That's actually not really anything that we need to care about. I wonder why so few, and yet we're not seeing any Mega Titans or anything like that. I do now wonder what's out there. Gonna be interesting. But we should have a decent amount of advantage as we are fighting at long range. Let's also send out an auger probe, I guess, out here, as the enemy will try to move around these asteroid fields. You guys feel really loud, and might as well use some of our torpedoes since we bought a lot of these scout ships. And okay, it's just enemy fighters, not a concern. Not a concern at all. So let us set up something like... I mean, we can keep moving forward. Not a big deal. Especially if the enemy fleet is sort of separated. And they're going to go for our admiral, as they pretty much always do. But yeah, they have very, very little carrier capacity. I'm going to be very curious as to what kind of fleet we're facing here. And, oh, what do we have here? It's an Archaeotech Arc. Okay. Okay, Archaeotech Arc. That is a little bit more concerning. Let us see. They have an Archaeotech Arc and an Achilles. Okay, so they got a lot of bigger ships. Oh, they're hitting their own ships there. You guys, start by hitting them right there. And then I think we can stop moving forward a little bit. Now you guys, maybe go here and protect yourselves from that Archaeotech Arc. You should still probably make use of at least some of these places. Alright, and I thought I told you guys to stop moving. In fact, wait, you guys stop moving, you guys keep moving. I know that we're getting them all in a line like that, and it's a little bit unfortunate, but it'll be okay. And ooh, hello, what do we have here? Nova cannons, go, 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 get the hell out of there. And you, just move out of the way. And stop it right there. Alright, I do want to get another shot off, and there we go. Our lance artilleries are at least hitting. And you know what, move forward a little bit, but we're almost ready to have you guys do your own thing. You guys get one more volley of torps going. Haven't really done any damage to the enemy with them yet. But the purpose of these ships is mostly to identify the enemy, so it's not like that matters. And in fact, you guys can all brace for impact. Now, you're all getting destroyed real quick. I mostly just want to whittle down the enemy fleet as we move up a little bit. Alright. Well, I guess that is the benefit, as I said, of the Lance Artillery. You can move like that. And hey, some of these torps are actually managing to hit. Let's, number one, target this Achilles and see what we can do about destroying it. Lance Artilleries, go to work.
Receiving your order.
Kill this thing. Actually, wait, move forward, and what's the angle on the Lance Artillery? Oh, wait, it's actually fairly decently sized, so we don't need to worry about it now. I think we're actually close enough that we can stop, and you guys can turn, and then you guys can stop, and you guys can turn as well. You guys light the enemy up with your identifying marks, and hit the enemy as best you can. There we go. One last ship left. Let's also stasis bomb the enemy Archaeotech as soon as we can, but I think this Achilles, unfortunately, is going to die. We just got to make sure we keep an eye on the enemy Nova Cannons, as another one will be coming in soon enough. All of our escorts are now done, but the enemy flagship is also nearly done as well. You guys can auto-attack and cancel orders and then get the ability to move. And hello, if it isn't, enemy something. Move away from that, please. Is that a stasis bomb? Well, if it is, hopefully we can just barely outrun it. Very nice. Okay. Ooh, and a disruption bomb makes us lose all of our shields, but fortunately the enemy admiral falls as well. Now we can maintain distance, and hey, we have another little escort. Cute. So far, all we've lost are escorts, which I'm very happy with. In fact, everybody use Canticle of the Omnissiah. Get those shields back up a little bit. Oh, did you just lose your engine after losing your engine? Damn, that's unfortunate. Archaeotech Arc is doing a decent job. You know what? I think we need to move forward towards it a little bit because we are not able to hit it with everything. Target its generators first if you can, and hit it with that stasis bomb. I'd love to move everybody ahead, but you have a damaged engine. You're kind of in the way. And you know what? You're going to switch to brace because the enemy is targeting you. Really need those shields back up. That disruption bomb really did a number on us here. Come on. Stasis bomb. In fact, everybody burn all ahead full. Just get a little bit closer. There we go. And now, everybody stop. Everybody cancel orders. Auto-engage. You all should turn where you're supposed to. You do the same thing. You're actually about to die. If we could move you in such a... If you had engines, we could move you in such a way where we'd preserve your fleet. And oh, the poor enemy. It has a couple cruisers back here, but it looks like it wants to, for some reason, use its Archaeotech Arc like it's currently using it, which is a bad idea. You know what? Let's also use a rally just in... Oh, never mind. Or actually, do mind. Rally. Keep firing, buddy. Keep firing. And mark it up one more time. There we are. Nice. Nice, and I guess set up an auger probe here. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy battle. Unfortunately, the enemy got absolutely trapped in a bad situation. The stasis bomb, another Nova Cannon. You know what, I'm not even going to dodge that one. Yeah, it's not going to go through our shields. We have way too much shields on these cruisers. And look at all these whatchamacallit, macro shells. It looks so cool when they move through the stasis field like that. And this Archaeotech Arc is getting absolutely destroyed. I just want to, for those who watched it, compare this to the, was it the Omnissiah? I think it was the Fabricator Arc Dominus that, for those who watched it once again, we faced off against with the Lunar Cruiser. That thing took ages to bring down, and granted it had more than twice as much, I believe, HP than this thing, at least a ton of HP. But it took forever to bring down, whereas we brought down a battleship and an Archaeotech Arc, which is also another battleship, fairly quickly here. I just think that is something to keep in mind, that these things do have a ton of firepower. And they also have a ton of critical capability. Look at that. A deck goes light, a deck goes heavy crit. We've critted out 20% weaponry. This thing still has all of its HP, but it's not going to be nearly as effective. It's now been set on fire. And there we are. Any faction that wants to fight at a distance like this is going to have a fairly bad time against the giant pile of these Dictator cruisers. Or Gothic cruisers. Dictator's next, sorry. Getting confused by all the cruisers on the field. And there we go. Speaking about crits, your engines are now gone, your generators are gone, 40% weaponry, 20% in light, still on fire, and having a tremendously bad day. And your deck just got critted out as well, even though we're not focusing you. In fact, number one, target this just to destroy it. We don't really care about the Endurance or the Defiant. This battle is basically over. I don't think the enemy AI even knows what to do. It doesn't really have the weaponry to fight us here. Down goes that one ship, and then we can just hunt down the rest of what these poor Adeptus Mechanicus have. Alright, your engines just got wrecked. You're going nowhere, buddy. All of your subsystems are done for. And are you the last ship, or was there another? Oh yeah, there's another one here. Oh, you're actually getting close. Cute. Cute. Oh, and I just realized the AI does not, when you give it, well, that's kind of annoying. When you give it an auto engagement, it doesn't automatically try to move around asteroids. It just goes right through them, which is kind of bad for little ships.
State your order.
And we didn't lose a single ship as well, where the enemy lost its entire complement. There we go. You're gonna board us, and that'll be your last action. You guys move forward towards it, but I don't think you're gonna be needed. Here we go.
Manifold teleported.
Watch this thing blow up. And its prow is gone, it looks like its engines are gone, and its deck is gone, and it's going to be gone itself in but a few seconds. And there we are. Alright, a fairly easy, and when I say fairly easy, I mean extremely easy battle against an enemy force of Adeptus Mechanicus. Let's see about taking another faction for a spin. Maybe one that we'd have to at least work for a little bit. You know who would be very, very dangerous for these cruisers? It would be Necrons. And Adeptus Mechanicus versus Necrons does make sense. It's basically, we have to choose between Tyranids, who would also be very difficult, and Necrons, I think. The Orcs, I think we could just plain out-kite and out-crit, whereas these two are much more dangerous. I think Tyranids would probably be harder than the Necrons. It really depends on what ships the Necrons bring, because a Throne of the Silent King, being immune to crits and having those artillery... Gauss particle whips and annihilator beams could very easily one-shot one of these cruisers, or maybe two-shot one of these cruisers, plus propagation with the shield piercing. But if it doesn't bring anything super fancy like that, it's not going to be nearly as dangerous. Let's try it against the Tyranids. Tau would be about similar as facing the Adeptus Mechanicus, I think. Tyranids it is. Let's go. One more try for these cruisers, although I'm sure that it's pretty clear what they're for at this point. I just got to give them a try in a situation where they are not in a good position. Ooh, this is a cool territory, though. Some nice shots. You gotta love this game. You just gotta love this game. It always looks so fantastic. I want to space sim in Warhammer 40k. Give me a space sim in Warhammer 40k, and I will spend all my time there forever. I exaggerate, but barely. You guys are all going to go in group 3, and then you're all going to go into running silent. We will absolutely have to make use of our hidden ships. I'm thinking maybe here, so that we can kite this way if we need to, and I do believe we will need to, because we are facing the Tyranids now, and we don't want to get rammed. You, however, want to be in the center. Like so. Alrighty, you guys are locking on. We're gonna make you group 2, and we're gonna make you group 1. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's get to it. Ready up and go. Now, what do we have here? Is it a Pyroclastic Titan? No, it's a Hive Ship Fiend. Okay, we definitely gotta watch out for that one. You guys, set up right here, just to make sure that the gargoyles don't eat you alive.
With matchless efficiency.
Although, as I understand it, they spit out any bionics, so they would spit out the most of the troops that these guys have. Interestingly enough, maybe we should just use AdMech against the Tyranids. Although the Tyranids are a pretty major threat to the Necrons as well, to be fair. They understand that some factions are just outright threats, so I guess that wouldn't quite work. Alright, now we do need to identify the enemy as well, so you guys hide. We will move you forward a little bit, but we have to keep in mind that we do have to kite here. So let's just have our little line of escort ships get in front first, so that the enemy can focus them down, and then we'll deal with it after. We don't want to move them so far away that we can't support fire. And hello, we have an enemy hive ship. I'm willing to bet that this is the enemy admiral here. And okay, it looks like they're losing escorts, but that's just the AI playing with Tyranids. They always lose escorts. Alrighty, you guys move this way. You guys move this way. And hello, we've been identified. I was actually expecting to get at least some use of our torps out of here, but that might not be the case. You're about to launch torps before you go. And recover. Beautiful.
To serve the omniscient.
All right, well, our bigger ships will take care of everything that's out here, obviously. I want everything else identified. You guys, ready to launch torps right here. Watch this guy move forward. Aha, I knew he was gonna move forward. I freaking knew it. Launch now. And then everybody switch to brace for impact. Keep everybody lit up, thank you. Number 1 target, and you guys are ready to move. Auto-engage, cancel. Auto-engage, cancel. Move.
Reaching nominal speed.
Move, auto-engage, cancel. Thank you. Alright, take care of business, please. You guys, I also auto-engaged you, but that's okay. You can keep an eye on everything. Keep the enemy identified. Maybe you two try to find the enemy admiral. Once again, I do suspect that it is this hive ship over here, so let's just try to find it.
Optimal course set.
Oh, are you two smashing into each other? No. No Slaneshi Admech, please.
Transition begun.
Not yet. We'll get to it, don't worry.
Escort ship.
Alrighty, well, you guys keep ripping apart all those little ships, but it's the big old ships that are going to be a concern. Can we destroy this fleet before... okay, you scuttle. If you ram this ship... Come on. Will the scuttle work? Will it kill this little thing?
Vessel screens.
It would be nice. You can get the hell out of here as well. Hey, that worked. I'm pretty happy with that one. Alright, now you guys, I think we need to move forward while they're focused on stuff that isn't our other ship. We have one more left, and yes, that is the enemy admiral, as suspected. Alrighty, we are now firing our artillery, so stop. That was the last escort. Now, get the Saga probe out there, and cancel order, and then line it up and get ready to fire. Ooh, you're all gonna move in different directions, eh? Not sure I like that. You know what? Turn this way. Turn this way. And cancel order. There we go. Alright, now I want to make sure that we trap the big old ship. That's going to be a major concern. Now, they're also going to be launching gargoyles at us. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright, there we go. Do we target the freaking hive ship, Fiend? That's the question. We definitely trap it, but I don't know about targeting it. Alright, well, stasis bomb it up. You went the wrong way, but actually, if you can distract a decent pile of enemies, that would be swell. You, my friend, got boarded a bunch of times, and as soon as that last one goes, I'm gonna recover you. There you go. How are we looking otherwise? Alright, Hive Ship Fiend does appear to be trapped, or at least it's about to be. Alright, number 1, target this guy. Take apart all the little ships first, I guess. We can probably stay away from the bigger ships after the little ones are dead. Let's see, number 1, 2, 2, 2, and then you're 3. If we can get around and kill the regular hive ship, that would be very, very beneficial for us. Alright, how are we on the next stasis bomb? This thing's gonna jump forward and it's gonna come close. We're probably gonna have to get the hell out of here soon, just so that we don't... just so we don't get screamed at. You need to go before you get boarded. Oh, you're gonna get boarded now. But at least you're not gonna get rammed. Very, very close, though. Board this thing. And yeah, at least you're doing... oh, you are gonna get rammed from this way. Nice little maneuver by the AI there. Just get away from this, please. Are you trapped on the enemy ship? Yeah, it looks like you are, unfortunately trapped. Use the canticle of the Omnicide that allow you to get... oh, when your engines got crippled, that was the worst possible thing. Alright, Brace, you're dead, buddy. You're dead. Everybody else try to work on this thing. You get away from it. Get the hell away from it. It's all you can do. Okay. Whoa. Alright, you need to go. You need to go, Admiral. Admiral. Stasis bomb right here. Everybody get the hell out. This is why you can't leave the AI to its own devices. It's gonna screw you over just like this. Oh, man. And you guys need to go. Oh, when your engines are broken. Wait, no, they're not. You're just not moving. What the hell? I must have not selected you. My bad. And yeah, you guys are basically dead. In fact, wait, we can execute you afterwards. What the hell are you doing? Are you trapped in the ship tail? Okay. Okay, well, regardless, number 1 target is going to be right here. You guys, move forward and kill it. You, stop. You need to, encouraging speech, please. Admiral is here. You can now be executed. Alright, now you're good. Keep an eye on that thing. You guys, move away from it and go after that Admiral. Go, and repair, and go. And I'm shocked that you're still alive. Not for much longer, though. Alright, kill it, please. We had a ship get destroyed. I take it that was the ship that got stuck here. I should have been paying attention. That's my bad. But once again, you can't expect everything to go your way, so I'm perfectly happy with that. Kill this hive ship, please. Number 1 target. Honestly, they don't have a lot of escorts left anyway. And by escorts, I mean smaller ships. Alright, big boy's coming back, but we do have one more stasis bomb for them.
Function.
And I mean, I purposely picked the Tyranids because they would be the most difficult for us to fight. Oh, get the hell away from that thing.
Reaching
Get away from it.
speed.
And how are we looking on that bioacid hive ship? Certainly taking time. This is going to be a close one. Get away from that. Ooh, no, number one target now.
To serve the
Kill this thing while it's close by. And stop. Nobody burn out your gauge. Move together, please. And there we go. One more stasis bomb right here. Hopefully you get trapped in that. And kill this and then kill this as well. There we go. You can switch to number 2 target. You can switch to number 4 target. We can ignore you for now. You move up with the rest of the fleet. We do still have 2 more ships out here. Oh, you're scuttleable?
Obey.
Recover, please. Thank you. And then both of you switch to lock-on. Repair if you can, and then move up to where you can hit the enemy in the back. One more ship has been destroyed. You are going to stop now. Don't burn out that gauge. Don't need to heal either. You are now trapped, so keep kiting. Keep kiting. The enemy admiral is almost dead. It's almost also close enough to board us. Go, go, go. And use a Canticle of the Homicide just to get some of your gauge back. Keep away from the hive ship, Fiend.
State your order.
And I mean, this is pretty necessary with a big old ship like that. Your engines are broken for good, so I guess you can just target this. You guys keep killing that hive ship, please. And then there will be one. And, oh damn, I accidentally burned out all your gauges. Alright, use Canticle of the Homicide to replenish the gauge a little bit. And I guess you already did. But fortunately, the enemy admiral should be just about done here. Alrighty. The firepower is still working for us. At range. I mean, we're able to keep the enemies at range, and this is the Tyranids who are fairly... Oh, smart, smart. He's gonna go after the... he's going to go after the one ship that can't really do anything about it. You're gonna go into Drifting Hulk after this. Okay.
Machine spirit appeased.
I'm not going to scuttle you. We also do not have any more...
To serve the Omniscient.
we don't have any more stasis bombs, so we just have to do what we can to you, buddy. Just have to do what we can. Target that brain. If we can get a ship going around, maybe we can get the Indefatigable Destiny back up. You guys, keep away from that thing. Why are you moving closer? Don't do that. And, oh, borders? Well, that's not good. One of our ships is going to get wrecked because of that. You guys, now, keep away from it.
Engage engine
Play keep
red
away. Don't get
lines.
close enough that you can get regular boarded, though, because that's going to be a bad thing.
Machine spirit appeased.
Can you board him?
Does
There you go.
not
But we have poor troop efficiency, so it's not going to add much, to be fair. Looks like he wants this ship. You just keep getting away. And this is one of the other disadvantages for the Nids when they have only one big old ship left, because,
efficiency.
you know, a big fleet can just run circles around it like we're literally doing now. It's going to take a while to bring this thing down, though. Keep firing. Keep doing what you can, guys. What are we at here? 7,700 HP, and we do know that the Nids recover their HP as well. Aha, you're going to keep going after this ship. Go, go, go. Burn, burn, burn. Oh, it's going to get close enough to... Oh, no. It's not boarding us, so it might be... Might not have boarding left. Alright, keep hitting this thing. Its brain got light critted there for a second, but unfortunately was able to recover.
Ready to serve.
Oh, and there we go, it's done. It is done. Looks like it routed, or its brain got critted into heavy crit, and it went feral, and that ended the battle. So it looks like, unfortunately for the enemy, we didn't actually have to spend the next 10 minutes flying around it, taking pot shots at it. But a fairly fun battle, and just like that, this last look at the Gothic cruiser ends, and we only have one more left, which will be the... Dictator, and we'll take that for a spin next time, so stay tuned for that, and then more stuff to come afterwards as well, so don't forget to leave a like and a comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.